Hi guys, it's Megan from Skinny Fitalicious. I am popping by today because I wanted to talk to you about why you should do things that scare you for your health. Okay, so this came about because, well, first of all, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Megan. I have a website called Skinny Fitalicious where you may see a bunch of my weight loss friendly, healthy recipes that are gluten-free. So if you haven't, you have to stop by and pick up a recipe because there are some delicious things happening this month on the blog. So you might want to grab some of those things. But anyways, I'm also a nutrition practitioner and a health coach. I coach women every single day to lose weight and balance their hormones. I especially work with women who are middle-aged or in menopause and need a little bit of extra help in getting things back into balance with their bodies, because a lot of times as we get older women, us women, we tend to hold on to more fat and have some trouble in the weight loss department. And I particularly lost 80 pounds 7 years ago, and I've struggled with multiple hormone imbalances. So that's why a lot of people are usually attracted to me and want to work with me because of my personal experience with this situation. So that said, I wanted to drop by today and talk about why you should do things that scare you for your health. And this came about today because I'm also a freelance food photographer and create recipes for healthy living websites. And one of the websites I work for wanted me to make a healthy version of a French silk pie. Well, for those of you who've been reading my website for a long time, you know that I don't love to make complicated recipes. I'm all about quick and easy, healthy things that are going to get the job done but are not complicated. So baking a pie was like totally outside of my comfort zone. I was scared like crap. Like I've been procrastinating all week. Like, how the heck am I going to make this pie? I don't want to do it. So finally today I got on my big girl pants and I said, okay, I am going to tackle this pie. I have to get it done. It's due this week. So I did it, and it turned out amazing. I haven't shot it yet, but for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you're going to see a sneak peek tomorrow when I shoot it because it's got to set overnight first. But I've already tasted the batter and I know that it turned out like perfect. I'm so excited. So here is the thing. The first thing is that one thing that I really noticed when I made this pie was I kind of looked at it and I realized that I really had no attraction to eating it. I really had no craving that I really have to eat this. This looks so amazing. And it wasn't because it didn't look great, because believe me, it does. It looks amazing. And the batter tasted good because I did take a few licks from the spatula. But so here's the thing. I've been eating really, really healthy since Christmas. I really made a commitment to myself in January to really kind of cut back on the sugar and the processed foods and really just focus on kind of cleansing my body and letting things, kind of naturally detox by themselves. And, because over the holidays you start to eat a bunch of crap and then you start to feel kind of worn out and weird. And I just know from experience that when I cut those things out of my diet, I feel better. So when I looked at this pie, I actually thought to myself, I have no desire to eat this pie. Like, it looks really wonderful. And I'm sure that when I, film it tomorrow, I am going to take a bite or two, but I really have no desire to eat the pie. So I'm trying to figure out, first of all, who I'm going to give it away to. But second, I'm sure I will have friends that will volunteer for that job very easily. But I think the important thing for you, in this message is that when you really clean up your diet for a long period of time, you notice a big difference in the types of foods you crave. And a lot of times the foods that you're eating really dictate, the foods that you crave. So by that I mean, if you're eating a lot of fast food, if you're eating a lot of packaged products, if you're eating a lot of sugar, a lot of times those foods get you into that craving cycle of always wanting to have those foods all the time. So once you break that cycle and get away from that, it makes this huge difference, and suddenly you start to feel better, you start to recognize how you're feeling better and different, and then you no longer really want to have those foods in your diet. And oh, by the way, the women that I help lose weight, 100% of the time, I tell them to cut out the sugar in their diet, especially if they're in menopause or having some kind of hormonal problem. Get rid of all the added sugar. Get rid of it. Get it out of your body because it just messes with your hormones. So my point is that when you eat really clean and you really get those things out of your body, there is a notable change in how you feel and then the foods that you crave. So that's point number one. Point number two is I was scared shitless of making this pie, like seriously. And it scared the crap out of me for days. So today when I tackled that pie, I said to myself, I am just going to take this step by step and we're going to see how it works out. And if I have to, backtrack one of the steps and start over, then so be it. That is just the way it's going to be. So I channeled my inner Martha Stewart and I made it happen. I think that's so often, I know I personally get caught up in this. You look at a goal and it is just so big and overwhelming that you just are too scared to go after it. And I know that for me personally, this correlated very well with my weight loss. I mean, I was overweight since I was a teenager and I could never lose weight. But the thought of losing weight and changing your diet and exercising can be very overwhelming. I know this because it was me for so very long. And I know this because my clients come to me with these same exact feelings, which I can completely relate to. So when I find myself in a situation like that, like today with the pie, where I'm thinking, wow, this is so overwhelming. How am I ever going to do this? I just try to break it down into manageable steps, making it into manageable steps and saying to myself, I'm just going to try to focus on conquering this one step that gets me in that direction of that goal. So once you kind of make that first step and you succeed, it gives you that momentum and that positive feedback inside of you that, oh, well, maybe I can move on to step two and maybe I can succeed at that as well. Or you're just going to start over. I mean, the thing is that when you break it into smaller steps, it doesn't feel as overwhelming. So my point is, do things that scare you, especially when it comes to your health. Even if the goal feels like it's something you could never attain, do it. Take action. Taking action is so powerful and invaluable to reaching whatever your goals are. No matter if it's weight loss, getting healthy, eating better, meal planning, whatever it is, just take action. Take one step in that direction because that one step could seriously change your whole life. And believe me, because I lost 80 pounds and I never would have imagined that I would have done that ever in my life before it happened. And you know what? Losing 80 pounds completely changed my life. It changed my career. It changed who I was as a person, and as a friend, as a girlfriend. It just changed everything about me altogether. And that could be you. So, number one, do things that scare you. Even if it scares the crap out of you, do it. Just break it down into manageable steps. And number two, remember that when you eat cleaner and get rid of all the added sugars, you're going to feel 1,000 times better. Okay, guys, so here's the deal. If you want help breaking things down into actionable steps, I've got an online program that's launching March 6th. So this online program has over 25 videos. It's an 8-week online program where I virtually coach you into losing weight, how to eat to lose weight. So you learn all the fundamentals and all the basics of everything that you need to know to lose weight. I have one person on the program right now who's part of my winter coaching group. She's lost 12 pounds as of week 5. It's an 8-week program. So she's already lost 12 pounds. Can you imagine in 6 months if she continues eating based on what she's learned in the program, how much more weight she's going to lose? That's amazing. That could be you. So The key is, though, because I coach everybody virtually, there's only so many people allowed in the program. I have to cap it, otherwise, because I really want to give everybody that individual attention, because not everybody has the ability to work with me one-on-one. So I want everybody to get that one-on-one feeling working with me, which is why I cap the program. So it's really important that if you want to get in the program, that you sign up as soon as possible to claim your spot. So I'm going to drop the link in the comments below so that you can run ahead and sign up as soon as possible so that you can claim that spot. Oh, by the way, you're going to get pre-registration prices because prices are going to be going up soon, and you don't want to miss out on the pricing. Especially if you want to save money. And as a bonus, this time around, I'm actually going to be doing a contest. So the person in the program, in the spring program that loses the most amount of weight, they're going to get a special prize from me. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited about it. So I would love to see you there. I would love to have you. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below or drop me an email, Megan@skinnyfitalicious.com. Make sure you fly by the blog too to get some healthy recipe inspiration. It's www.skinnyfitalicious.com. Bye, guys.